Skip it up and that up. What's going on, guys? This is Rich of Review Tech USA. I'm joined with Tony Steeman. What's going on?
What's up, guys?
What's going on, Tony? And he wanted to talk with me about this because there are reports that there are PlayStation 4s basically taking a shit. And these are the retail versions. This isn't, demos in stores. Well, actually, there's a demo in a store, too, that went bad. The first one actually is a guy who won it through Taco Bell. You talked about it on Reddit. And he brought it home. He went to go hook it up. He was actually going to do a live stream, and it wouldn't work. He actually writes in I'm reading from the Reddit, he wrote edit 1, so I can't get the PS4 to work. Definitely feels like I got shipped a broken version. I'm investigating the issue. Sad face. I hate when people draw sad and happy faces. I don't know why it pisses me off.
I'm just going to start doing that in our chats from now on.
It drives me insane. I mean, if you do it once, there's some people like a smiley face, sad face, smiley face. It's like, really? Edit 2. And this one kind of shocks me because this guy won it fair and square, legit. Remember the whole thing with Taco Bell, how, hey, you can win a PS4 and you'll get it early, and that was the whole excitement about it. Edit 2.
1 day early.
Yeah. Edit 2. Sony is refusing support since console hasn't launched. But, well, I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, on top of this, NeoGAF has members echoing similar problems, with one saying that after playing a game of NBA 2K14 and subsequently inserting Battlefield 4, the console prompted for an update, in which the controller turned from blue to white and has stopped working. Elsewhere, Stephen Totilo at Kotaku, couldn't say Kotaku today, had this to say on the PS4. I'm not going to read this part verbatim. Basically, they had like 5 PS4s. 4 of them work perfectly. One of them had an issue with the HDMI, where the HDMI port was either warped or there was like maybe a piece of plastic in there that it was misshapen, and they couldn't get it to record. They couldn't get it to actually connect to the TV because they couldn't plug in the HDMI all the way, which that to me is bricked. It's defective. It's like, hey, I have a Porsche, but the steering wheel pulled off. Can't drive it. Doesn't matter if the rest of the car is working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the rest of the car looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks really nice. You could drive it in a straight line till you go off a cliff, but, just the steering wheel. So, yeah, I mean, there was another video on YouTube of a guy. Maybe I'll insert a clip right here. If I don't, maybe I'll be careful. We'll see. If you see a clip, it's in there. If it's not, I don't want the copyright ban hammer coming down on me because people are weird. A guy got a PS4 early. Has showed he had it connected to the HDMI port. Does not look like it's a trolling video. I'll have a link below. As I hit my mic, I'll have a link below in the description. And could not get the thing to start. You saw the blue pulsating light. He couldn't get his controller to connect to it. And yeah, this really irritates me. Look, guys, I'm spending money just like you are. I'm getting no special treatment from anybody. Shuhei Yoshida isn't, he didn't get a hang glider to fly into my bathroom while I'm showering naked to hand me a PS4 personally. He did
that for me. So.
He did. Good for you.
Yeah.
Well, he thinks I'm so stupid, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that is right. I'll let you talk, Tony, I swear. I just want to go tomorrow to Best Buy. I want to pick up my damn PS4. And like I said in my disaster is imminent video, I want everything to be wrong. I don't want PS4s overheating. I don't want there to be network issues. I don't want there to be software or hardware issues. I just want... I know there's going to be bugs. I'm not stupid. They're launching a brand new platform. I'm not an idiot. You know what I'm saying? But I just want it to work. One thing I have to say about the Wii U, as much as me and Yerrick just ripped it a new asshole, okay, the damn thing, minus, it took forever for the initial update, I haven't had any reliability issues. I think it locked up once, but so is my PS3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so is my computer. I've had no issues with it. If that's that's like what I'll accept. But if there's going to be like bricked PS4s and that you got to return them and all that, I swear to God, if my PS4 tomorrow is defective, I'm returning it and I'm waiting until next year.
Well, I think It's so interesting. I kept asking myself the question tonight, what in the hell has happened to console launches? I mean, it's such a big freaking deal sometimes, and I don't know, I just kind of miss the innocent days of just going and, buying my Sega Dreamcast on day one and paying a ridiculous amount of money, but having it actually work and last for 7 years,
Well, I'm sure. I'm sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right. It's so funny to me because, I mean, we got people getting stuff early. We got people winning shit from Taco Bell, all this random stuff with consoles. And it's just interesting to me with the PlayStation 4. I mean, I'm with you, man. I really want everything to work, and the same is for the Xbox One. I think my fear in seeing what's happened, especially with the last consoles with the different lights of death and all this stuff, is that there are going to be these stories popping up all over the internet of someone who didn't have good luck, and they pull their console out and it sucks, and nothing will work, or there won't be a video signal, or the controller won't work. And it just sucks that these are like the initial stories we get. And I think that's what scares me, is when Kotaku comes out and says, well, we actually had that with one of our units too. And you're like, shit.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, that could happen where, when they got manufactured and there's an extra piece of plastic that you can't fit the full HDMI plug in. And in defense of modern day gaming, I mean, this shit could have happened like when the Super Nintendo was released back in 91 in the States, late 91. But we didn't have the internet like we had now. You didn't have people making YouTube videos of their SNES not working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you heard about it in a magazine 3 months later.
Yeah, you would hear about like
Pony
one guy
Express
in a magazine, and it would be through Nintendo, so they would censor it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in the company's defense, times have changed. So, there may be 100,000 people with a PS4 right now, which I doubt, but there may be, and 5 of them aren't working,
And that's what you hear about.
And you hear the negative, whereas all of us may get ours tomorrow, we'll all go home with boners and we'll all be happy. Also, too, I know that the patch, that 330 megabyte patch, Sony doesn't have yet. So these consoles there may be a lot of stability fixes in this patch, and Sony, don't have them yet. So these consoles may be acting up. I mean, obviously the HDMI port one is hardware, but they may be acting up because there's just software stability issues, and these guys are too impatient to wait for one more damn day for the patch.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just trying to look at it from a neutral, somewhat hopeful perspective, but. I just really hope that both of these consoles weren't super rushed. I mean, Mark Cerny swears that the PS4 runs super cool, and Microsoft swears the Xbox One runs, cold as ice compared to their previous gen console better. I mean, I don't think anyone will tolerate their bullshit again after the Red Ring of Death. But I don't know. It's just very concerning hearing all these issues.
I think the thing that gives me kind of a really healthy perspective on it, and you understand this too, is that we're both PC gamers as well, and we both have nice gaming rigs. And so when you build a PC from scratch, it takes time to work out the kinks, And I think that no matter how great of an electronics manufacturer Sony is, and no matter how much Microsoft invested into making sure that this system wasn't going to screw up hardware-wise, whatever it may be, there's still a ton of technology in this little box, Yeah. And I mean, with my gaming PC, it took me a couple weeks to really tweak it, to get everything running right, to make sure everything was feeling good. And sure, they had tons of quality testing before these consoles release, but releasing it to the public is like, I mean,
yeah, you're good. That's going to be the true stress test. That's going to be the true stress test. And
it sucks that it has to be, but it really is.
Well, things are a lot more. I may have lost you, but things are a lot more.
So there are going to be things that have to work out. There are going to have to be software updates that we're going to have to wait for. So
yeah, because they're now PCs.
I mean, you got to kind of be patient with that much technology. I don't care how good the companies are.
Yeah,
they really are. Yeah.
They're PCs, they're not. It's not like with the, I keep on bringing up Super Nintendo, but it's a good example where that thing only gamed. You put a cartridge in, and that was its sole purpose. Now you have these. They're computers. They basically have AMD. They not basically. They do. They have AMD APUs that are x86. They run on x86 code. It's 64-bit. It's with 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's a PC. And it's with and they have to iron out the bugs. They have brand new operating systems. They're running on supercharged networks. It's totally different, and I don't really think there's any other way except us having to be the guinea pig, which kind of is frustrating. I just hope I don't have to bring this thing back, because I'm telling you now, if I have to bring it back once, I'm done until 2014.
Yeah,
I'm done. I'm not going to sit there and try to wait another 2 weeks to get another PS4, and then that one may not work. Done. I have the gift card. I'll get like another HD TV or something from where I'll wait and use it as gift money for Christmas for people.
Yeah, I guess we'll all find out in a couple days. So
not even. I mean, I'm going to be there at midnight tomorrow picking the damn thing up. So we will wait and see. I could go on about this for 3 hours, but there's no need to. So once again, huge shout out to Tony Steeman for joining me on this, and let's hope.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's hope I was wrong about everything, and let's hope these consoles run beautifully, and these are just a couple isolated incidents. Have a good one, guys.